Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Oelwein for Northeast Iowa Conference softball tonight as the Oelwein Huskies and the Decorah Vikings meet for the second and third times in a matter of less than 24 hours. The Vikings and Huskies got together last night. Decorah taking that game in 5 innings by an 11-1 margin, and they will play the conference doubleheader, which was originally scheduled for June 4th. Here tonight. We're about ready to get things underway, and we'll give you the Decorah starting lineup. Leading off, the pitcher, Tori Hartman. Batting second at second base, Lindsey Smith. Hitting third in right field, Chelsea Twait. Batting fourth in center field, Lexi Shelton. Hitting fifth, the designated player, Maria Hoime. Hitting sixth, the catcher, Shelby Stahlberger. Batting seventh at third base is Jenna Iverson. Hitting eighth at first base is Cassie Hoime, and batting ninth in left field will be Emily Kruger, with Peyton Gerlid playing shortstop for the Vikings tonight. And that lineup will face Abby Roti, 2-8, a .465 ERA. Opponents hitting .311 against her, 49 2/3 innings, 85 hits, 33 earned runs, 24 walks, and 13 strikeouts. Tori Hartman has reached base safely in 12 of her 16 games, and the first pitch is swung on and missed by Hartman. No balls, 1 strike. Tori was 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 RBI in last night's ballgame. Rhodey, the senior pitcher for Oelwein, there's a ground ball toward short, picked up there by Caitlin Sweeney, and she'll throw on to first base to retire Hartman. 1 up, 1 down here in the first inning. 1 down, nobody on for Lindsey Smith, the Husky defense. Brooke Meska in left, Heidi Kolb in center, Natalie McMillan in right. At third base, Tessa Stewart as the first pitch to Lindsey Smith goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. Caitlin Sweeney at short, Ashley Rosensteel at second, Nicole Bergen at first, Emily Woods behind the plate, and Abby Roti in the circle. Next one goes high to Lindsay as well, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Huskies coming in 3-15 overall. They are 0-5 in conference play. Decorah 1-6 in conference play, and 5-11 overall. The pitch goes low. It is 3 balls, no strikes to Lindsey Smith. Rhodey was the losing pitcher in last night's game up in Decorah. 4 2/3, 12 hits, 10 earned runs, 3 walks, no strikeouts. Vikings took care of that one in 5 innings, 11-1 as we mentioned, highlighted by Chelsea Twait's 2 home runs. Lindsay taking all the way, and she'll take it for strike 1. It is 3 balls, 1 strike. Jim Bossum calling the balls and strikes in this one, and Daryl Schultz working the base pass. The umpires for game 1 of this doubleheader. Roti delivers, and the pitch swung on and missed. Lindsay out in front of a changeup, and it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Smith was 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs, which matched a career high last night. Vikes broke it open with a 7-run second inning last night. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rhodey delivers, and the pitch smacked into left field on a base hit. So Lindsey Smith on with a 1-out single here in inning number 1. 1 on, 1 out, no score. And the offensive highlight from last night's game, Chelsea Twait will come to the plate. She was 2 for 3 with 2 solo home runs. Twait 327, 1 double, no triples, 3 home runs, and 10 RBI. And the pitch, it goes low. 1 ball, no strikes. A mostly sunny sky. Temperatures about in the mid-70s as we start things here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Rhodey delivers, and the 1-0 swung on, loop toward second, fielded on a hop there by Rosensteel, and she'll throw to first to retire Twait, with Smith moving up to second. And there'll be 2 down here in the first inning. A runner in scoring position for the cleanup hitter, Lexi Shelton. 2 A's, 6 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 7 RBI. Shelton was 1 for 2 with a walk in last night's game. First pitch taken high by Shelton. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, last night's game was regularly on the schedule, and this one has been pushed back a couple of weeks because of the rainout. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch swung on and missed. Lexi out in front of a change, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. It was moved back from a Tuesday to a Thursday and then moved back to this current open date. 1 ball, 1 strike count, and the pitch swung on, popped up left side. The shortstop, Sweeney, is under it, and she will make the catch to retire the side. So 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It is Decorah nothing, and Oelwein coming to bat, and Oelwein will bat this way. Leading off at first base, Nicole Bergen. Batting second at second base, Ashley Rosensteel. Hitting third at shortstop, Caitlin Sweeney. Batting fourth in left field, Brooke Meska. Hitting fifth, the catcher, Emily Woods. Hitting sixth in right field, Natalie McMillan. Hitting seventh in center field, Heidi Kolb. Hitting eighth, the designated player, Michaela Rael. And batting ninth at third base is Tessa Stewart, with Abby Rohde doing the pitching for Oelwein tonight. And that lineup will face Tori Hartman. Hartman getting her first conference start since the Cresco doubleheader early this month, or technically late last month. Hartman 2-4 on the season, a 2.98 ERA. Her opponent batting average against is tops in the Northeast Iowa Conference right now at 169, 40 innings, 31 hits, 17 earned runs, 31 walks, 42 strikeouts. Those 42 strikeouts are tied for second in the league, even with limited innings from Lexi to this point, or from Tori to this point. The Viking defense will go Emily Kruger in left, Lexi Shelton in center, and Chelsea Twait in right. At third base, Jenna Iverson. At shortstop, Peyton Jurlid. Jurlid, the 8th grader, getting the start there, and she's started on the infield ever since last Friday night against Waverly Showrock. Lindsay Smith at second, and Cassie Hoyme at first, with Shobi Stahlberger behind the plate, and Tori Hartman in the circle. No score as we start the bottom of the first inning. Nicole Bergen was 0 for 3 in last night's game, and she'll look at a strike from Tori. No balls, 1 strike. Big thing last night from Lexi Shelton in her start. No walks. It was the first time this year and the first time since facing Sioux City East at the Jessup tournament a year ago. A Viking pitcher didn't have a walk as Bergen swings and misses out a rise ball. It's 0-2. No walks, 1 error last night, and a good result for the Vikings. The 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss as Bergen down on 3 pitches to start the ballgame. So 1 down, nobody on for Ashley Rosensteel. She'll bat from the right-hand side of the plate, getting encouragement from Barb Bennett in the third base coaching box for the Huskies. Hartman delivers, and the first pitch, swing and a foul, right side, out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Softball field here in Oelwein, adjacent to the high school and middle school area. No balls, 1 strike count. Baseball plays down on the south edge of town. No balls, 1 strike, and that one well back to the screen, way over the head of the catcher, Shobi Stahlberger. 1 ball, 1 strike. So, as we told you about with the Viking defense, a little bit different of a look. With Hoyme at first base, Jurlid at shortstop, and Stahlberger behind the plate. 1-1 delivery popped up right side. Hoyme at first base will make a one-handed catch in fair territory just in front of the bag for the second out of the inning. So 2 down, nobody on, no score here in the first. Caitlin Sweeney was 1 for 3 last night. She's a .229 hitter with a triple and 5 RBI on the season. Hartman ready, and the first offering swung on, hit hard, fielded to her left is Lindsay Smith at second, and she'll throw on to first base, and the Huskies go quietly in the first inning. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the second, and we're scoreless. Top of the second inning we go, a scoreless game between Decorah and Oelwein. The first pitch taken high by Maria Hoyme. 1 ball, no strikes. Hoyme 1 for 2 in last night's game, hitting .348, second on the squad, 5 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 8 RBI. And the pitch is taken inside, is 2 balls, no strikes. Hoyme, Stahlberger, and Iverson here in the second inning for Decorah, trying to make it a 3-game winning streak for the first time this season. The pitch, swing and a foul, right side, and to the screen on the first base side of home plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Talking to a few of the folks here in the Oelwein press box, this will be the last season Oelwein plays softball at this location. They are also moving down to the sports complex on the south side of town as well. 2-1, taken low. It is 3 balls, 1 strike. Three and 1 the count. Nobody on, nobody out here in the second inning. Roti delivers, and the pitch swung on and missed as Hoime tried to wait back but waited too long. And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes now. 3-2 the count. And the 3-2 delivery swung on, fouled straight back and out of play. Roti, the senior pitcher, has gotten 10 of the 18 starts. Casey Johnson, a freshman, has gotten 8 of the 18 starts for Oelwein. The 3-2 delivery, drop ball, swung on and missed. And Roti gets her first strikeout, 1 down here in the second inning. 1 down, nobody on for Shelby Stahlberger in a scoreless game here in the second. Shelby was 2 for 3 last night. A .289 average, 1 double, no triples, no home runs, and 5 RBI. And the pitch swung on, fouled back to the screen. It is no balls, 1 strike to count. Unusual situation when your conference school's playing back-to-back, but that's what this spring has done to us when it comes to weather as the pitch goes low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Vikes will have a doubleheader tomorrow night against Walk-On and another doubleheader on Thursday night down at Waverly Shellrock. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch swinging a miss at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Shelby Stahlberger. They'll have Friday off before hosting the Decorah tournament this coming Saturday. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 down. And the pitch, a changeup taken for strike 3. So Roti has struck out the first 2 batters here in the second inning. No score, and Jenna Iverson, who was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs last night, will stand in. She's a .191 hitter with a double, a triple, 2 home runs, and 10 RBIs. Roti delivers, and the first one rises high. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. There was a rainout once last week, and that was New Hampton. That game will get made up on Monday night. 1-0 delivery, low and outside, 2 balls, no strikes, but Friday night was the first scheduled night off other than a Sunday in about 2.5 weeks for this Viking squad. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Roti delivers, and the pitch catches the outside edge, taken for strike 1. And it's 2-1 on the left-hand hitting Iverson. 2-1 the count with 2 down. No score here in the first inning, or the second inning, I should say. The pitch swung on, a roller towards second. Ashley Rosensteel picks it up and throws on to first base to retire Iverson and the side here in inning number 2. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the second inning, and we're scoreless. Bottom of the second inning, no score. Middle third of the order for the Oelwein Huskies, Brooke Meska, Emily Woods, and Natalie McMillan for the Huskies. We're in game 1 of this conference doubleheader, first of 3 straight conference doubleheaders for Decorah. Brooke Meska 1 for 2 with a double last night. She's hitting .341 with 4 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, no RBIs. The pitch swung on, sprayed down the left field line. After it is Emily Kruger, but it lands in foul territory. Pretty well hit ball as Meska went the other way, but couldn't get it between the chalk. No balls, 1 strike. Tori Hartman getting the start here in game 1 of the doubleheader. Shelton got the win in the game last night up in Decorah. No balls, 1 strike. Hartman delivers, pitch hammered towards right center field. After it is Chelsea Tweed. It's going to be a couple of hops and against the fence. Being waved towards third is Meska. Relay throw from Lindsey Smith will cause Meska to put the brakes on after a turn at second base. Meska becomes the first base runner for the Huskies. On a double to right to start things here in the second inning. It's her 5th double of the season. Meska at second, nobody out. Emily Woods to the plate, who was 1 for 2 last night. A .159 hitter with 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 4 RBIs. Pitch swung on and fouled back. It is no balls, 1 strike. No score here in the second inning. And the Huskies threatening. Hartman ready, squaring to bunt is the batter Wood. She bunts it up the third base side in foul territory, and it's picked up there by Jenna Iverson. So a foul ball will make it no balls, 2 strikes. Walk-on and Waverly Shellrock, the only other conference game tonight. That's a rainout makeup from the 12th of this month. No balls, 2 strikes to count. A changeup taken well high. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Husky catcher. Hartman ready, and the 1-2 delivery swung on a fly ball center field. Underneath it is Lexi Shelton. She lunges back. She makes the catch. Staying put at second is Meska. Shelton looked underneath that ball, and she had to lunge back and kind of catch it off balance, but it counts as an F8 in the scorebook. Runner at second, 1 down for Natalie McMillan. The 8th grader for the Huskies is at 163. 3 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and no RBIs. McMillan takes the first one low, 1 ball, no strike. She was 0 for 2 in last night's game. An 11-1 victory in 5 last night for Decorah. We're scoreless in the second. Here is that one fouled. Third base side, Peyton Jurlid hustling over from her shortstop position, but lands right along the tubing in foul territory along the fence. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. One and the pitch swung on and fouled back to the screener. Actually, it wasn't a foul ball. It was a high pitch that was swung on and missed. And on a wild pitch, Meska will make her way up to third. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Natalie McMillan. So a runner at third and 1 down for the Huskies. Hartman delivers the 1-2, a drop ball missing low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wasn't sure if Meska, or rather if McMillan made contact with that pitch a moment ago, but apparently she didn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Rise ball swung on and missed. McMillan down on strikes. Second strikeout for Torrey. And there's 2 down here in the second inning. Two down, runner at third. Heidi Kelb to the plate. She'll look the first one low. 1 ball, no strike. She was 1 for 1 last night. She's hitting 128 with no extra base hits and 4 RBI on the campaign for the Huskies. The pitch swung on and missed. Fastball on the inside corner. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count. Hartman ready. The pitch, riser high. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Huskies got a leadoff double from Brooke Meska. Heidi Kolb trying to take advantage of the situation. The pitch swung on and missed. Fastball inside corner. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Deuce is wild on the Oelwein center fielder. The 2-2 swinging a foul at the plate, so we'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Sun back to winning its peekaboo battle with the Clouds. A nice night for softball, very comfortable. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch just missed the inside edge, and it's 3-2 now. Michaela Rael, the designated player, waiting a turn on deck. 3-2, rise ball high for ball 4. First walk of the night for Hartman, 1st and 3rd with 2 down. And Michaela Rael is a 167 hitter with a double, no triples, no home runs, and no RBI. First and third situation. And the pitch, a rise ball high again from Hartman. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Kolb at first base is 1 for 1 in the steal department this year. If you're thinking Coach Bennett has something up her sleeve in the first and third situation, the pitch swung on and missed by Rael. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Hartman ready, 1-1. Inside corner, taken for strike 2, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Husky designated player. So Hartman trying to pitch her way out of the jam here in the second inning, no score. 1-2 the count with 2 down. The pitch swung on a little roller up the first base side. Hoyme will field, retreat 2 steps, tag the bag. Rael retired, and that's that for the second inning. 1 hit, 2 left. We head to the third inning. It is a scoreless game. Top of the third inning we go. It is a scoreless game between Decorah and Oelwein. Cassie Hoyme, Emily Kruger, then the top of the order, and Tori Hartman here in the third inning. And the first pitch to Cassie Hoyme is a strike on the inside edge. No balls, 1 strike. Hoyme did not play last night. She's hitting 154, no doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, and 2 RBI. The pitch swung on and missed. As Hoyme ahead of a changeup, the off-speed stuff has been working well for Roti to this point. It is no balls, 2 strikes. Vikes only hit a Lindsey Smith single in the first inning. Changeup hit off the end of the bat and foul towards the third base Decorah dugout, and it's no balls, 2 strikes, still on Hoyme. Roti gave up 11 earned runs in 4 2/3, but off to a good start the first time through the order against Decorah tonight. Roti delivers the 0-2, swung on a fly ball, heading into center field. Kalb is under it, and she will make the catch for the first out here in the third inning. 1 down, nobody on. Emily Kruger stands in for Decorah. She was 2 for 3 with a double last night. She's a .500 hitter at 11 for 22. 1 double, no triples, no home runs, and 5 RBI. The natural lefty stands in and takes the first pitch high from Roti. 1 ball, no strikes. One and 0 the count. And the 1-0 delivery is taken low. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0 the count from Roti. The 2-0 delivery swung on, 1 hopper right back to Roti. She fields and throws to first base with Kruger. Retired 1-3. And the first time through the order, Roti had the Viking offense stymied, only giving up the 1 hit and striking out 2. Tori Hartman will start the second trip around the order in a scoreless game here in the third. Hartman grounded to short in the first. 0 for 1. The first pitch taken low, 1 ball, no strikes. That was after a 3 for 4, 2 triple performance last night for Tori. 1-0 the count, the pitch taken low. It is 2 balls, no strikes. Hartman coming into tonight's action 5th in the Northeast Iowa Conference in hits on the season with 23. She's had a very nice offensive year to this point. The 2-0 in the pitcher against pitcher matchup, swinging a foul back. It's 2 balls, 1 strike on Tori Hartman. Vikes got their first conference win last night. Huskies looking for their first one tonight. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch swung on and missed at a drop ball. It's 2-2. Remember last year on this diamond, it was a kind of one of those weird games, a game that went to extra innings that Decorah ended up winning by 8 runs. It was 4-4 going to the 8th inning, and the Vikes put up 8 in that 8th inning. 2-2 with 2 down. Swung on, driven, center field and deep. Retreating is Calvin. It's over her head and at the fence. Hartman hits second base. She's coming to third, and she will reach there without a play. Her 3rd triple in 2 nights for Tori Hartman. As Kelb went back to the warning track and got over her head just to the left of the 220 sign and straight away center field. Hartman ends up getting a 2-out triple, and Lindsey Smith will try to get her home. Runner at third, 2 down, top of the third, no score. Smith singled to left her first time up. Roti delivers, and the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Smith had 3 RBIs in last night's ball game. Looking to give her team the lead here. The pitch swung on, popped up. Straight back, foul territory. Emily Woods, the catcher, making the catch directly behind home plate. And that's that for the third inning. A 2-out triple, but nothing else. And we are 2.5 innings complete. It's Decorah 0 and Oelwein 0. Bottom of the third, Decorah and Oelwein scoreless. In game 1 of this conference doubleheader, glad you're with us tonight on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.net. Tessa Stewart will start things here in the third inning, and Hartman throws a strike to her, 0-1. Torrey threw 2, has given up 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 2. 0-1 delivers. Reese Stewart up the third base side bunch, picked up by Iverson. She throws it up the first base line. Reaching second base will be Stewart. She's going to turn and go to third base as Twait had trouble picking up the ball. Twait finally gets it in, and there will be a runner at third and nobody out. Since Stewart would have beaten the throw, we'll give her a base hit, and Iverson will have a 2-base throwing error. A runner at third and nobody out here in the third inning, and Nicole Bergen will come to the plate. Bergen struck out swinging her first time up, so the Vikes have dug themselves a hole here in the bottom of the third inning. Just like they did in the second, they got away with it that time, and a bunt right in front of the plate, picked up by Stolberg, throws to first base to get the out. Runner comes down the line from third and scores before the return throw from Hoyme. A sacrifice and an RBI for Bergen, and the Huskies draw first blood. So Bergen gets her 4th RBI of the season. An unearned run, but it counts on the board. Base is empty, 1 down, 1-0 Huskies here in the bottom of the third, and Rosensteel to the plate. Rosensteel popped a third her first time up and looks the first one high. 1 ball, no strikes. Rosensteel is playing her first softball game of the summer. She tore an ACL in basketball season last year, and she's back right now. As pitch swung on, hit towards right. Chelsea Twait will have to play it on a hop. So Rosensteel, with 1 swing of the bat, improves her season batting average 500 points. Rosensteel, a single to right, 1 on, 1 out, 1 in. And it looks like the Huskies are going to go with a pinch runner here. And said pinch runner will be Abby Ryan. Ryan at first base, 1 down, 1 in. Third inning of a 1-0 lead for Oelwein. And Caitlin Swaney will look to keep the Husky fun going here in the bottom of the third inning. Swaney grounded to second in the first 0 for 1. The curse of the unearned run continues for this Decorah softball team. 33% of the runs they've given up as Swaney pops one to shallow right. 1 step out of the outfield grass. The second baseman Smith able to make the catch for the second out of the inning. To be accurate, 32.5% of the runs Decorah has given up this year have been unearned. And Brooke Meska, who doubled to right her first time up, will stand in with a runner at first and 2 down. Hartman delivers, and the pitch a strike to Meska. No balls, 1 strike. A 1-0 lead for the Huskies. Stewart, a bunt, single, an overthrow. Got her to third, and Bergen got her home with the sacrifice bunt. Here's a ground ball to the right side, picked up there by Smith. Look towards second. Jerlid wasn't there, tried to throw to first, and Meska beat it out. In a situation like that, there's a 2-out situation. You need to just take that out at first base. Because Rosensteel's courtesy runner, Abby Ryan, was about 75% of the way down the line anyway. First and second with 2 down, 1 in. Third inning, a 1-0 lead for Oelwein, and Emily Woods to the plate. Pitch swung on and fouled back. No balls, 1 strike. Emily Woods applied to center her first time up. Hartman ready. 0-1. Swing and a miss at a riser. 0-2 the count. Hartman trying to get out of a headache of a third. The pitch swung on and fouled back at a rise ball. It is no balls, 2 strikes the count. Hartman ready. And the 0-2 swung on, driven down the left field line, but well foul. That one going to land beyond the Decorah bullpen up the third base side. So still 0-2 on Emily Woods, the 6th batter of the inning, trying to extend things here in the third for the Huskies. The pitch, changeup, hitter right in the back. So Ryan will move to third. Meska to second and Woods to first. And Natalie McMillan will come to the plate in a 1-0 Oelwein lead here in the third inning with 2 down. McMillan struck out swinging her first time up. Riser taken up. It's 1 ball, no strikes. One-0, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on McMillan. One and 1 the count. Hartman ready, and the pitch, rise ball high. It is 2 balls, 1 strike now on Natalie McMillan. Again, Ryan, the runner at third, Meska at second, and Woods at first. Hartman ready, and the pitch well high again. It's 3 balls, 1 strike, and Torrey's got to be careful here. No place to put McMillan. Huskies already leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Hartman ready, and the 3-1 taken low for ball 4. An RBI the easy way for Natalie McMillan. Her first in her varsity career on the bases loaded walk. Ryan scoring Meska to third. And Woods to second. 2-0 Huskies here in the bottom of the third. And Heidi Kolb, who drew a walk in the second inning, will come to the plate. Hartman's first offering to her is a strike. It is 0-1. Torrey ready. 0-1 offering. Swing and a miss at the plate. And it is no balls, 2 strikes on Kelp. 2-0 Oelwein. Bases loaded, 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Hartman with the 0-2. Swing and a miss at a rise ball. And the Vikes get out of it, but not before the Huskies score 2 on 3 hits. Helped out by 1 Decorah error. They leave the bases loaded. We head to the top half of the 4th inning, and it's a 2-0 lead for Decorah. Vikes find themselves trailing 2-0 as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Reminder, tomorrow night we'll have Decorah Viking baseball in the air. We'll head to Cresco for the Vikings and the Cadets. Our coverage will begin at 7:20 tomorrow night on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.net. We'll have softball in the air Thursday night. Decorah softball at Waverly, 5:50 airtime for that one. And then we'll have Decorah and Oelwein in baseball from Olin-Zach Field in Decorah on Friday night at 7:20. All games available online at KDECradio.net. Chelsea Twait looks the first one high. She grounded to second her first time up in the first inning. 0 for 1. 1-0 delivery. Change-up driven down the left field line. Meska angling over into foul territory, but it'll land beyond the fence, but foul. 1 ball, 1 strike count to Twait, who had 2 home runs last night. Jenna Iverson had a 2-run homer against Cresco earlier this year. It had been about a year plus since a Decorah player had a 2-run or a 2-home run game. Pitch swung on and missed as Twait early on a changeup, and it's 1-2. Rody's been effective, giving up 2 hits, hasn't walked anybody, and has struck out 2. 1-2 delivery. Waits back on the change, just wait. It's blooped out into center field. It lands in front of Cal for a base hit. So the Vikes get their leadoff runner on in an inning for the first time tonight. Twait with a leadoff single here in the 4th inning. And Lexi Shelton will come to the plate. Shelton popped to short in the first, 0 for 1. 2-0 Oelwein, top of the 4th. And the first pitch is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. I mentioned the Viking baseball team will have them tomorrow night. They're at home against Waterloo Columbus tonight. We'll get updates on that one. Varsity will start at 7:30. 1-0 the count and the pitch. Taken low. It is 2 balls, no strikes on Lexi. Two 2-0 the count on Shelton, with Twait at first and nobody out here in the 4th inning. Roti delivers and the pitch taken low again, and now we're all the way out to 3 balls and no strikes. Only the second time in 13 batters that Roti has gone to a 3-ball count on a Viking hitter. 3-0 delivery. That one rolled in there for ball 4. First walk for Roti. That'll push Twait up to second. Shelton down to first. Nobody out. Vikes have their first real scoring threat of the night. And Maria Hoime will try to take advantage. She struck out swinging the second, 0 for 1. 2-0 Oelwein, top of the 4th. Roti delivers and the pitch on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Hoime with no signs of bunting on that first pitch. Of course, sacrifice would put 2 runners in scoring position in this situation. 0-1 delivery, fisted up the first base side. It's fielded at first base by Bergen, who thought about throwing across the diamond, thought better of it, retreated, and tagged the bag a step in front of Hoime for the first out of the inning. Twait up to third and Shelton to second. It doesn't go as a sacrifice in the scorebook, but it works the same way. And Shelby Stahlberger will bat with 2 runners in scoring position. The tying run at second as Oelwein leads it 2-0. Here's a ground ball towards left field and a base hit. Twait will score. Shelton coming to the plate. The throw from Meska not in time as the throw goes home. Stahlberger up to second. And Shelby Stahlberger has tied the game here in the 4th inning. Stahlberger with RBIs 6 and 7 on the season. And that's after missing the first 6 or 7 games because she was in soccer. So Shelby been effective with the bat to this point. And she knocks in 2 there with a single to left. And Decorah has tied the game at 2. And Jenna Iverson will stand in for Decorah. And the first pitch taken low from Roti. 1 ball, no strikes. Iverson grounded to second her first time up. 1 ball, no strikes to count on her in this at-bat. The 1-0 swung on and a roller towards second base. Rosensteel picks it up. Quick toss over to Bergen at first to retire Iverson. Stahlberger moves up to third on the plate. She'll be there with 2 down for Cassie Hoime. 2-2 score here in the top of the 4th. Hoime fly to center in the third, 0 for 1. A 2-run single for Shelby Stahlberger has tied the game here in this inning. Ground ball towards the pitcher, picked up there, and a throw to first base, and beating Hoime by a step is Rody's throw. And that's that for the 4th inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We are halfway home here in Game 1 of this conference doubleheader. Decorah and Oelwein tied at 2. 2-2 the score as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's back again this year. It's the A&J Petersburg Insurance Runs promotion. Every time the Viking baseball or softball team leads in the 6th inning or beyond and scores another run, it's an A&J Petersburg Insurance Run. Every time that happens, $20 goes to the Decorah Viking Athletic Booster Club from the A&J Petersburg Agency Insurance and Real Estate since 1932. Huskies sent 8 to the plate in the third inning and ended up scoring 2, one on a sacrifice bunt by Nicole Bergen, the other on a bases-loaded walk to Natalie McMillan. The Vikes tied the game in inning number 4 on a 2-run single by Shelby Stahlberger. Michaela Rael swings and misses at the first offering from Tori Hartman here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No balls, 1 strike. Rael grounded to first in the second, 0 for 1. Hits are even at 4. Decorah with 1 error, Oelwein with none to this point. Pitch swung on and missed. It is 0-2 as Rael chases the rise ball. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Hartman ready in the 0-2. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout for Tori Hartman. 4 strikeouts on the night for her. And Tessa Stewart, who started the fun in the 3rd inning with a bunt single, she ended up scoring as well. We'll bat with 1 down and nobody on. A rise ball from Hartman swung on and missed. Just no balls and 1 strike. On that play, it was an overthrow, and Stewart ended up making it all the way to 3rd. Pitch swung on, foul back. It is no balls and 2 strikes to count. So 5 pitches and 5 strikes here in the 4th inning for Tori Hartman. 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss. Back-to-back 3-pitch strikeouts. Stewart down on strikes. 2 down here in the 4th inning. Two down, nobody on, and Nicole Bergen will come to the plate. 2-2 game here in the 4th. Bergen starting the 3rd trip around the batting order for the Huskies, and she looks at a strike. 0-1. Bergen struck out swinging in the 1st and sacrifice bunt in the 3rd, which got a run home, the initial run of the game. 0-1 delivery, well back to the screen. Over the head of Stahlberger and back to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Tori ready. And the 1-1 offering. Swung on, looped towards shallow right. Caught at second base by Lindsey Smith. And for the second time in 4 frames, the Huskies go down in order. It's the first time they've done it since the 1st. A quiet 4th for the Huskies. We head to the 5th. We're tied at 2. No balls, 1 strike to Emily Kruger as we're back to live action. Kruger swings and pops one up 3rd base side at shortstop. Swaney is there, and she will make the catch near the foul line, just onto the outfield grass. 1 down and nobody on here in the 5th inning. 2-2 the score between Decorah and Oelwein. Vikings won last night 11-1 in 5 innings. As Hartman swings and fouls the first one, first base side, not a play. It is no balls and 1 strike. Hartman grounded to short in the 1st and tripled to center in the 3rd inning. No balls, 1 strike to count. The 0-1 offering is taken inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're talking a little bit between innings. The center field in Oelwein is 220. Most parks are 210 to center field. That ball that Tori hit back in the 3rd would have been out of most parks, but we're playing at Oelwein tonight. The pitch goes high. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. To me, that's one of the neat things about baseball and softball. You got different dimensions. You got different parks. Obviously, the 60 feet between the base paths and the distance from the pitcher's plate to the home plate as the pitch goes low is still going to be the same at every yard, but foul territory is always going to be different. Distance to the fence is always going to be different. One of the underrated neat things about softball and baseball. 3-1 to Hartman. Swung on a fly ball into right field. A late break from McMillan. She'll have to play it on a hop. A 1-out single for Hartman here in the 5th inning. Hartman at first, one down. Lindsey Smith stands in for Decorah in a 2-2 game. Lindsey singled to left in the first inning and fouled out to the catcher in the third. First pitch to Lindsey, swung on, driven towards left center field. That'll land on a hop in front of Meska. So first and second with one down. Hartman was going on the play. Hartman had to put the brakes on at second base with the play right in front of her. First and second with one down, and Chelsea Twait 3 for 5 against Oelwein pitching in the last 24 hours. The hitter for Decorah, she grounded to second in the first, singled and scored in the fourth inning. Up again here in the fifth in a 2-2 game. First pitch drops in low from Abby Roti. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 2-2 game here in the top of the fifth inning. Vikes threatening for the second consecutive frame. 1-0 delivery taken low. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Twait. Roti ready, and the 2-0 delivery swung on a chopper towards the left side, picked up at short by Swaney, will go to third base, and they'll force the lead runner there. Swaney with a nice play at short, a nice job by Stewart, who initially went into the hole to field the ball, but hustled back to third, and caught the toss from Swaney to get the force out. First and second, 2 down, and Lexi Shelton for Decorah. 2-2 game here in the fifth. Shelton popped to short in the first, walked and scored in the fourth. She hammers one down the left field line, but foul. It leaves the yard, but well foul. No balls, 1 strike. Shelton was 1 for 2 with a walk last night. 0 for 1 with a walk to this point tonight. 0-1 delivery. Change of pace outside. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. First and second, 2 down here in the fifth. 2-2 the score, 1-1 delivery. Sails high. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. The runner at second is Smith. The runner at first is Twait. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch outside again. And now it's 3-1 with Maria Hoyme waiting on deck. Roti, the target from Woods. And the 3-1 delivery to Shelton outside for ball 4. Second straight walk given to Shelton. And now the bases will be loaded with 2 down. And Maria Hoyme will try to provide that key 2-out hit as Barb Bennett will come out of the first base dugout to talk to infield and battery here. A 2-2 game. A pending key moment in game 1 of this doubleheader. Huskies scored their 2 in the third inning. A Nicole Bergen sacrifice bunt to get home Tessa Stewart, and a bases loaded walk to Natalie McMillan. Vikes got their 2 with 1 out in the fourth inning. And that was on a Shelby Stahlberger 2-out single, and Ashley Rosensteel will now come into this game. Rosensteel, we mentioned, playing in her first softball game. Tore an ACL in basketball season, and whenever you see a kid come back from that, it's a good thing. As she will do her first pitching of the season, facing Maria Hoyme as Roti done after 4 2/3. And Rachel Bergen, I see will come in to play second base. Bergen will bat in the 10th spot, or go in the 10th spot in the lineup, so she will not bat. Roti threw 4 2/3, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, although the runners on base are her responsibility. She walked 2 and she struck out 2. in 4 2/3 last night. She gave up 11 earned runs. So Ashley Rosensteel in her first game back this year will face Maria Hoime with the bases loaded and 2 down. As Jim Bossum, the home plate umpire, talking with Decorah coach Terry Olson in the third base box. Not sure what the conversation's all about, to be honest with you, but eventually Maria Hoime will head to the plate. Hoime struck out swinging in the second and grounded out to first in the fourth. Rosensteel moved from second base to pitcher. So she will remain in the batting order. I'm not sure if there's a discrepancy on the lineup here, as Jim Bossum is talking to Oelwein coach Barb Bennett right now. And now Daryl Schultz, the base umpire, also a part of the conversation. I think it's going to be squared away here, as now Bossum will talk to T.O. T.O. seems satisfied. She will take the scorebook back to the dugout, and we'll get playing softball. Bases loaded, 2 down here in the fifth. Maria Hoime is 0 for 2. Ashley Rosensteel will throw her first pitch of the season. It's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rosensteel, the junior for the Huskies, the 1-0. Missing outside. It is 2 balls, no strikes on the Decorah designated player. 2-0 the count. With the bases loaded, the pitch outside again. And now it's 3-0. Smith at third, Twait at second, and Shelton at first. Rosensteel ready. And the 3-0 delivery. The outside for ball 4, an RBI the easy way for Hoime. And the bases loaded walk gives Decorah their first lead of the night at 3-2. Hoime with her 9th RBI of the season. And Shelby Stahlberger, who knocked into the initial 2 runs of the game for Decorah back in the 4th inning. With a base hit to left, will bat with the bases loaded now as Stahlberger swings and fouls the first pitch back. No balls, 1 strike. Stahlberger struck out looking in the second, and a 2-run single to left in the 4th. 3-2 Decorah as we play the 5th. Rosensteel ready, and the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-2. That run a moment ago charged to Abby Roti. Twait and Shelton still her responsibilities as well. No balls, 2 strikes the count from Rosensteel to Stahlberger, and a ground ball towards third. It's booted there at third by Stewart and booted at short by Bergen. 1 run is in. Another run will score. An error by the Huskies will make it a 5-2 ball game. So Twait will score, as will Shelton. Hoime makes it all the way to third on the play. On the first fielding miscue of the night for the Huskies, but it proves costly as Decorah extends the advantage to 5-2, and Jenna Iverson will become the 8th batter of the inning. She's grounded out to second in both the second and the 4th pitch inside. Runner takes off. Stahlberger takes second uncontested. 1 ball, no strikes on Jenna Iverson, who will now bat with 2 runners in scoring position. 1-0 delivery swung on and missed. Some hard inside heat to Jenna Iverson. It's 1-1. A 3 spot here in the 5th has given Decorah the lead. The pitch inside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Jenna Iverson. With that last play, the book closed on Roti. 4 2/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. 2-1 well high for 3 balls, 1 strike. So Roti, that's still the pitcher of record, even though it's Rosensteel in the circle now for Oelwein. 3 balls, 1 strike, high for ball 4. So Iverson draws the 3rd walk of the inning. And Cassie Hoyme, who is 0 for 2, will become the 9th batter of the inning for Decorah. Vikes lead at 5-2 here in the 5th. Hoyme's fly to center in the 3rd, grounded to the pitcher in the 4th. Pitch to Cassie inside, corner taken for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. All of these runs have scored with 2 outs. Pitch at the knees, taken for strike 2. The bases loaded walk to Hoyme. Scored the initial run of the inning. And Stahlberger got home 2, reaching on the error. 0-2 to Hoyme, swinging a foul back. Still no balls, 2 strikes on Cassie. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. Darren Swenson from Oelwein tonight, as Decorah has taken a 5-2 lead in Game 1 of this doubleheader. They beat Oelwein 11-1 in 5 last night. This is a rain-out makeup from 2 weeks ago. Change-up fouled off as Hoyme got a piece. No balls, 2 strikes, the count remains. Rosensteel ready, the 0-2 delivery, that one smacked foul. Past Coach Olson in the 3rd base box. So the count remains, no balls and 2 strikes on Cassie Hoyme. Oh-2 in the pitch, taken low. Woods with the stop behind the plate. And the count remains, or moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The runner at 3rd, Maria Hoyme. The runner at 2nd, Shelby Stahlberger. And the runner at 1st, Jenna Iverson. As Rosensteel asked for and gets new softball from home plate umpire Jim Bossum. Pitch inside is 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Cassie. Rosensteel again in her first softball game of the season after a serious knee injury in basketball this past winter. 2-2 in the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. But a profitable 5th for Decorah. 3 runs on 2 hits, helped out by 1 Oelwein error, and the bases left loaded. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Decorah now leads it by a 5-2 margin. Bottom of the 5th inning we go. It's a 5-2 lead now for Decorah. Decorah with a 2 spot in the 4th inning. And 3 all coming with 2 outs in the 5th inning. 2, 3, and 4 for the Huskies. Ashley Rosensteel, Caitlin Sweeney, and Brooke Meska. Rosensteel now the pitcher in tonight's game is 1 for 2 with the stick. The pitch low and inside from Tori Hartman. 1 ball, no strikes. Rosensteel popped to first in the 1st and Singleton scored in the 3rd inning. Up again here in the 5th against Tori Hartman, who's given up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. Pitch taken low. It is 2 balls, no strikes. Hartman has walked 2. She has hit 1. And she has struck out 5. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Hartman ready in the 2-0. Swung on, smacked into center, and a base hit. So Rosensteel now 2 for 3 on the night. That is the third time in 5 innings the Huskies have gotten their leadoff runner on. And Rosensteel will get Abby Ryan to courtesy run for her. Ryan pinch ran for her in the 3rd inning. But now this becomes a courtesy runner situation since Rosensteel is the pitcher. And I'd imagine coming off a knee injury, you want to put as little stress on that knee as possible. Runner at first, nobody out. Caitlin Swaney for Oelwein is 0 for 2. 5-2 Decorah here in the 5th. Swaney grounded to second in the 1st and popped to second in the 3rd. And the first pitch taken high. It is 1 ball, no strikes. First of a doubleheader on a beautiful night here in Oelwein. The last time Decorah will play on this softball diamond. The 1-0 swinging a foul back. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Husky softball moving to the south side of town to the sports complex, adjacent to where the Husky baseball team plays next year. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hartman ready, and the pitch swinging a foul back. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's getting to the point not a lot of people can remember. I've been doing games long enough that I remember doing a few baseball games just down the way outside the high school here as the pitch swung on and fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That old baseball field, now an educational center here in the Oelwein School District. 1 ball, 2 strikes count with a runner at first, nobody out here in the 5th. Pitch taken high from Hartman. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 with 1 on and nobody out, and the 2-2 delivery swinging a foul back. It is 2 balls, 2 strikes. My friend Dick Fridley from the Oelwein Daily Register sitting next to me. Have we been around too long when multiple fields are in play at certain schools? The 2-2 slips out of the hands of Hartman, and it rolls in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Snap throw to first base, back to the bag. Diving is Ryan. It's happened to quite a few places. Eighth pitch of the at-bat to Swaney coming up, the 3-2. Taken low for ball 4. Third walk for Hartman. Ryan moves up to second. And Brooke Meska, 2 for 2, stands in for Oelwein. 5-2 Decorah here in the bottom of the 5th. Meska doubled to right in the 2nd and got an infield hit in the 3rd inning. It went as an infield hit, but it was a defensive team error for Decorah. It really is the pitch taken on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. With a runner at first and 2 down, Lindsey Smith fielded instead of taking a sure out at first base. Looked towards second, and that momentary hesitation cost her as that one rolled outside. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 the count on Meska. The 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Good rise ball from Hartman. It's 1-2. Hartman trying to get the first out of the frame. The pitch swung on, smack toward short, over the head of Turlett and into left field for a base hit. Kruger gets to it right away. Everyone will play it station to station. Huskies have them loaded with nobody out here in the 5th inning. And Brooke Meska, after going 1 for 2 last night, is now 3 for 3 tonight. And Coach Terry Olson out to the circle. And it looks like Lexi Shelton and Tori Hartman will trade places. And Shelton, who was the winning pitcher against Oelwein last night, will get the ball here with the bases loaded, nobody out in the 5th inning of a 5-2 game. We'll tell you about the changes in a moment. Lexi Shelton will come on in relief of Tori Hardman in 4+ innings. Tori gives up 6 hits, 2 runs to this point, but all the runners on base are her responsibility, 1 earned. She walked 3 and she struck out 5. Last night in 5, Lexi gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 9. Lexi's first offering to Emily Woods is taken high. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded. Nobody out here in the 5th inning. A 5-2 lead for Decorah. Woods flied to center in the 2nd, hit by a pitch in the 3rd. The 1-0 delivery dropped low. Karam's away from Stahlberger, but not enough to warrant runner advancement. 2 balls, no strikes. Lexi 3-7 with a 4.63 ERA. Opponents hitting .239 against her. The pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-1. 65 innings, 82 hits, 43 earned runs, 37 walks, 53 strikeouts. The 53 strikeouts are best in the conference individually right now. The 2-1, swing and a miss. And the runner goes as it's Karam's away from Stahlberger. Throw to the plate, and out at the plate is Abby Ryan. So the best of both worlds for Decorah. Woods swinging and missing. Stahlberger dropped it on a passed ball. Ryan tried to score. Stahlberger got to it quickly. Shelton covers the plate. And the first out of the inning recorded with Swaney moving up to 3rd and Meska down to 2nd. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count now on Woods, and the pitch swinging a foul at the plate. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Woods was 1 for 2 against Shelton last night. Had 1 of the 4 hits for Oelwein. 2-2, and that hit her again. As Woods will kind of hobble her way down to first base. Bases loaded, 1 down. Natalie McMillan to the plate. Struck out swinging in the 2nd, walked with the bases loaded for an RBI in the 3rd. She's up again with the bases loaded here in the 5th, and a 5-2 Decorah lead. And the pitch swung on, fly ball down the left field line and foul. No balls, 1 strike. McMillan helping out Shelton by swinging at ball 1. No balls, 1 strike count. Oh-1 swung on, driven towards left field, and that'll land in front of Kruger for a fair ball, or no, it's going to be a foul ball. Apparently a vocal call from home plate umpire Jim Bossum. I didn't see any arms go up from the umpire, but apparently he must have said it vocally. And it's now no balls, 2 strikes on McMillan. 0-2 with 1 down. Shelton delivers. Pitch swung on. Smack toward short. It's dropped at short by Peyton Jurlid. She bobbles it, and everyone's going to be safe. Peyton had it in her glove. Ends up dropping it. Kicked it around after she dropped it. Swaney scores. Meska to 3rd. Woods to 2nd. McMillan to 1st. A 5-3 lead now for Decorah with 1 out. And Heidi Kolb will stand in for Oelwein. She swings and misses at the first one from Shelton, 0-1. Kolb walked in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 3rd. 5-3 the score here in the 5th. Shelton ready in the 0-1 offering, swung on and missed. As Kolb off-balanced on her swing. It's no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count. Shelton ready, 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strike out there for Shelton, her 54th of the year to lead the Northeast Iowa Conference in that category. 2 down, bases loaded, 1 in, 5-3 Decorah. And Michaela Rael to the plate, grounded to 1st in the 2nd and struck out swinging in the 4th. The pitch swinging a foul back as that one jammed her. Coach Barb Bennett down to assess the situation immediately. No balls and 1 strike to count. Rael was wondering if she was hit by that pitch, but she took a healthy cut and fouled it off. I think the ball might have got one of her fingers. No balls, 1 strike to count on Rael. 0-1 delivery, rise ball up. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. That run a moment ago still charged to Hartman. Who remains for the moment the pitcher of record for Decorah. The pitch, and it's bunted through by Rael. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the rise ball. Rael was squaring to bunt that time. And Jim Bossum ruled that she offered at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 down. The pitch swung on a ground ball towards second. Lindsey Smith makes the play there on to first base to retire Rael, and that's the inning. Huskies score 1 on 2 hits, 1 error, and the bases left loaded. We head to the 6th inning. It is Decorah 5 and Oelwein 3. A 5-3 lead for Decorah here in the 6th inning. Vikings will bat. Kruger, Hartman, and Smith, the same part of the order that started the 3-run rally, which gave Decorah the lead in the 5th inning. Kruger, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, is 0 for 2. Grounded to the pitcher in the 3rd inning and popped to short in the 6th. Both teams have relief pitchers in. Ashley Rosensteel came in last inning for Abby Roti for Oelwein. Lexi Shelton got Tori Hartman out of a jam in the 5th inning as well. Popped up third base side, foul territory. Tessa Stewart there to make the catch, and there's 1 down in the 5th inning. So Kruger now 0 for 3. And Tori Hartman will start the 4th trip around the batting order. Hartman grounded to short in the 1st, tripled in the 3rd, singled to right in the 5th. So Tori 2 for 3 with the stick. She is now 5 for 7 against Oelwein pitching this year. Ground ball toward short, picked up there by Sweeney on to first base to retire Hartman. And there's 2 down here in the 6th inning. So 2 down, and Lindsey Smith to the plate. And a 5-3 lead for Decorah. Hits are even at 6. Oelwein with 1 error and Decorah with 2. Lindsey Smith is 2 for 3, and the first pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Smith singled to left in the 1st. Fouled to the catcher in the 3rd. Singled to left and scored in the 5th. The pitch swung on and missed. As he chased one over the outside edge about head high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. The pitch swung on, fouled up the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, head high to Lindsey might be not head high to most people. Unfortunately, Lindsey blessed with that Gilbertson height. But she's 2 for 3 with the stick, so we pick on her with good fun. The pitch taken low. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lindsey 3 for 6 against Oelwein pitching now. Rosensteel ready in the 2-2 changeup taken for strike 3. And for the first time since the 2nd inning, the Vikes go down in order, 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 5-3 lead for Decorah. 5-3 Decorah as we start the 6th inning. Tessa Stewart, the number 9 hitter in the Husky lineup, will face Lexi Shelton for the first time. A bunt up the third base side, picked up by Everson, throws to first base, and Hoyme dropped it at first. There was a bit of a high throw, but Cassie couldn't hang on. Stewart will reach on a bunt for the 2nd time. She had a bunt single in the 3rd and scored and struck out in the 4th inning. So Stewart becomes the 4th Husky in 6 innings to lead off a frame by reaching base. And Nicola Bergen will bunt directly in front of home plate. Iverson picks it up, throws to first base, and Hoyme makes the put-out, snap throw to second, and back to the bag diving after a turn is Stewart. So a sacrifice complete, 1-3. Bergen with her 2nd sacrifice of the night and of the season. And Ashley Rosensteel will try to help her own cause. A 5-3 lead for Decorah with a runner at 2nd and 1 down here in the 6th inning. Rosensteel swings at the first one, flies one towards center. Retreating is Tori Hartman. She lunges back and makes the catch. For the second out of the inning, moving up to third on the plate will be Stewart. A well-hit ball, and Rosensteel now 2 for 4. She lines out to center, and Tori Hartman and Caitlin Sweeney will bat for Oelwein. 5-3 Decorah here in the 6th. Sweeney 0 for 2 with a walk. And the first pitch, piped down Broadway for a strike from Lexi. No balls, 1 strike. Sweeney grounded to second in the first, popped to second in the third, walked and scored in the 5th. Huskies 2 in the 3rd and 1 in the 5th. Vikes 2 in the 4th and 3 in the 5th. There's ground ball towards second, picked up there by Lindsay. Throws on to first base to retire Sweeney, and that's that for the 6th inning. An error and a runner left. The Huskies have left 9 through 6, and at the end of 6, it's 5-3 Decorah. A 5-3 lead for Decorah as we go to the top of the 7th. Chelsea Twake grounded to second in the first, singled and scored in the 4th, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 5th. First pitch taken up. 1 ball, no strikes. In case you're just joining us, Oelwein took a 2-0 lead in the 3rd inning. A sacrifice bunt by Bergen, swinging a foul back. Scored Tessa Stewart, and a bases-loaded walk to Natalie McMillan. Vikes tied it in the 4th inning with a 2-run single by Shelby Stahlberger. The Vikes took the lead in the 5th inning. A bases-loaded walk to Maria Hoyme, and Shelby Stahlberger reached on an error to score 2 runs. Huskies got 1 back in the 5th inning as an error by Peyton Jurlid scored Caitlin Sweeney. And that's where we sit from a scoring perspective. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Twait swings and misses at the next offering. 1-2 the count. 7th inning, 5-3 Decorah. The pitch rising high. It's 2-2. Abby Rohde went the first 4 2/3 for Oelwein. 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. 2-2 the count, and the pitch to Twait rolled in there, and it's now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rosensteel has now gone an inning and a third, walked 2, struck out 2. Rosensteel's in her first softball game since coming back from an ACL injury suffered in basketball this past winter. 3-2 delivery, taken for strike 3. It's dropped by the catcher, Woods, but she'll apply the tag to officially record the putout. 1 down here in the 7th inning. Tori Hartman went the first 4+ for Decorah, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Shelton has gone 2 full innings in relief, has hit 1, has allowed 2 runners to reach via error, but nothing else. Lexi Shelton will bat and foul the first pitch off, 0-1. Shelton officially 0 for 1, popped to short in the 1st, walked and scored in the 4th, walked and scored in the 5th. No balls, 1 strike count with 1 down. The 0-1 delivery, a changeup taken low. It is 1 ball, 1 strike on Lexi Shelton. One and 1 the count. The pitch swung on, fouled, straight back and out of play. So Rosensteel ahead of Shelton. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 with 1 down. The 1-2 delivery, riser high to Shelton. It's 2-2. (5-3) Decorah here in the 7th. The 2-2 pitch swung on, fouled up this way, first base side, not a play, landing on our roof. Come out from under the table, Mr. Fridley. We'll protect you. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. The 2-2 delivery rising high. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes again to Shelton. Three and 2 with 1 down. The pitch inside corner for strike 3. Lexi was looking for something off speed and got a fastball on the black of the inside edge for the second out of the inning. Good old looking for the local and got the express. 2 down, nobody on here in the 7th inning, and Maria Hoime will bat for Decorah. Hoime struck out swinging in the 2nd, grounded first base unassisted in the 4th, and walked with the bases loaded. At the time, it gave Decorah a 3-2 lead. Pitch taken outside is 1 ball, no strikes. That was back in the 5th inning. Decorah leads at 5-3. Here in the 7th, Huskies will have 4, 5, and 6 due in the 7th inning. As the pitch taken high. It is 2 balls, no strikes now on Maria Hoime. A 5-3 lead again for Decorah as the next one goes outside as well. It is 3 balls and no strikes. Husky pitching has walked 4, 2 each from Rosen, Steele, and Rohde. And the 3-0 delivery taken at the knees for strike 1. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. "3-1. Swing and a miss as Rosensteel got some heat by Hoime. She struck out the first 2 batters of the inning on 3-2 pitches. The count is now 3-2 on Maria Hoime. 3-2 delivery, swing and a miss, strike 3. She strikes out the side here in the 7th inning. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Huskies need 2 to keep it going as they trail it 5-3 to Decorah. Bottom of the 7th inning we go. It is a 5-3 lead for Decorah. 5 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors for Decorah. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for Oelwein. Lexi Shelton trying to close it out for Tori Hartman and give Tori her 3rd win of the season. Shelton has gone 2, has hit 1, has struck out 1, and allowed nothing else. Middle 3rd of the order due for the Huskies here in the 7th inning. Brooke Meska has been the toughest out for Viking pitching. She is 3 for 3, double to right in the 2nd, got an infield hit in the 3rd, and single to the left in the 5th. And Meska takes the first pitch outside from Lexi, 1 ball, no strikes. If Lexi is able to finish this one, this would be the first save for a Decorah pitcher this year. Pitch swung on, smacked into left, and a base hit. Brooke Meska, 4 for 4 here in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Meska, who came in leading the team with a .341 average, is now 5 for 6 against Decorah pitching in the last 24 hours. And Emily Woods has been on base 2 of 3 times to this point. Emily takes the first pitch high and tight. 1 ball, no strikes. Woods is representing the tying run. She flied to center in the 2nd when it's been hit by a pitch in the 3rd and the 5th. 5-3, Decorah leads it. 1 on, nobody out here in the 7th. 1-0, well high from Shelton. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Woods with some words of encouragement from Coach Bennett in the 3rd base box. Pitched down and in for 3 balls, no strikes now. Natalie McMillan will follow for the Huskies. This pitch outside for ball 4, and now the tying run on base for the Huskies here in the 7th inning. Meska up to 2nd, and Woods up to 1st. And McMillan will come to the plate. 5-3 Decorah, nobody out here in the 7th. McMillan 0 for 2. Pitch swung on and missed as she's ahead of a change from Shelton. No balls, 1 strike. McMillan struck out swinging in the 2nd, walked with the bases loaded in the 3rd, reached on an error in the 5th. 0-1 delivery, swung on and missed. Got a senior against an 8th grader here. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Shelton to the rubber, the 0-2 delivery. Rise ball taken up. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Meska the runner at 2nd, and Woods the runner at 1st.
1-2 delivery swung on off the glove of Shelton. Fielded at second by Smith. Picks it up and tags the bag there for the first out of the inning. So it'll be runners at the corners and one down. Shelton slowed that one down, and she slowed it down enough by deflecting it, albeit more in self-defense than anything else, to get the out. At second base, it'll be a 1-4 fielder's choice, and Heidi Kolb will bunt. Picking it up is Shelton. She'll throw behind the runner at third, and she'll throw it into left field. Meska coming to the plate, throw from Kruger, not in time. Sacrifice and an error on Lexi Shelton will make it a 5-4 ball game, and the tying run is at second base for the Huskies with one down. McMillan at second. Kolb at first. Michaela Real is 0 for 3 at the plate. 5-4 Decorah here in the seventh inning. Real bunts and bunts straight back to the screen on a foul ball. No balls and one strike. Iverson will charge from third. Peyton Jerlid, the shortstop, charged with covering third in this defense. Smith will have second, and Hoyme will play back at first, even with the baseline. No balls, one strike, and the pitch. That one blooped towards third, and a diving catch is made by Shelton. She'll throw behind the runner at second, and safe at second. The base umpire, Daryl Schultz, asked home plate umpire Jim Bossum for his opinion, and Bossum said safe, and there's two down. Shelton and Iverson collided on the short looper that was just to the right of the pitching circle. Shelton, fortunately for Decorah, ends up making the catch. And two down and two on with one in here in the seventh inning. A 5-4 lead for Decorah. And Tessa Stewart, who's reached base twice on bunts, will come to the plate. No sign of bunting this time, and she fouls one at the plate. No balls, one strike. She had a bunt single and a run scored in the third inning, struck out swinging in the fourth, and reached on an error in the sixth. 5-4 Decorah, 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. 0-1 delivery, swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Oh, and 2 with 2 down. Lexi ready. And the 0-2, rise ball taken up. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shelton again, the 1-2 delivery, swung on and missed. It's dropped by Sauber, and she'll throw on to first base, and Hoyme to officially record the putout, and that's a Viking victory. Decorah holds off a pesky challenge from Oelwein here in Game 1 of the doubleheader to win Game 1 5-4. 5 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, and 6 left for Decorah. Oelwein with 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. They end up leaving 11 runners here in game number 1. Winning pitcher is Tori Hartman. She's 3-4. Lexi Shelton gets her first save of the season. Abby Rohde, the losing pitcher for Oelwein, she drops to 2-9. So Decorah improves to 6-11 overall, 2-6 in conference play. Oelwein drops to 3-16 overall and 0-7 in conference play. Game 2 of the doubleheader coming up here in about 15-20 minutes on Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC.